Hello, my name is Dan Decker with Decker Consulting. We are the creators of the Living Debt-Free Calculator. We're looking at the app version here today. We're just going to run through some scenarios and show everybody out there how to use it. So the first screen that you're going to see here is where you actually enter your creditors. We already pre-populated some of these to save some time here, but we'll show you quickly what we've done. So if you just go up there to creditors, pop up that, you're going to enter your creditor here. Your due date actually has numbers that you can choose for the date, and then your type of loan, you're going to choose mortgage, a regular loan, or a credit card. You're going to enter your balance, your monthly payment, and your interest rate, and then you would hit save. You would do this for each one of your creditors until you had this built. So your additional monthly payments, and then you have a one-time payment amount that has a month and a year with it. Let's talk about the additional monthly payment first. This can be as little as $1. It can be whatever amount you can afford to put towards paying off or expediting the payoff of your debt. We've used $200 here for an example today. Again, you can enter whatever amount you feel comfortable with. One-time payment amount. So this would be like if you would have a bonus, or if you've gotten a income tax return or something of that nature. You would enter that amount here, and then you would put what month you're going to apply it and what year. Assumptions. So this is your savings account. So we've used 5% here. That's what your savings or your interest on your investments would earn. Your what if scenario. So this would show you you've already entered all your debt into the system. Let's say that you decided that you wanted a new vehicle, or you wanted to do some sort of a purchase, and you wanted to see how that was going to affect your payoff for you getting out of debt. You would just enter all those amounts and you would apply that. So let's go back up here to the current debt. Again, we've already pre-populated some of this. So we have the 5%, we have the $200 there. So let's go back up and then let's go to submit. Once we submit, it's going to give us some calculations here. It's going to give us some breakdowns. This is your current plan. This is our plan, and then this is the difference between the two. It also gives you some nice graphs, which shows, sorry, went a little fast there, shows you the current plan, shows you what our plan is, and then gives you a comparison of the two. Also, what this gives you is, like I said, it gives you a breakdown here. So let's go through that breakdown. So if we look at this, your monthly debt payments are $2,360. If you pay that, it's going to take you 27.25 years to get out of debt. You will have repaid almost $16,000, and at the end of 27.25 years, you'll be debt-free. You'll have zero savings at that time, but you will be debt-free. Following our plan, just applying an extra $200 a month. You're going to pay $2,560 a month instead of the $2,360. You're going to be out of debt in 8 years. And you're going to only repay almost $44,000, which is going to save you almost $72,000 between these two figures. The big savings here is your time that it takes you to pay this off. Because it only takes you 8 years, you have 19.25 years more than it would have taken you to get out of debt here, that you are able to build a savings account or a nest egg. And in this example, at a 5%, at a modest 5% return, you would have just over $1 million saved. So if I could show you one last thing, you have, this actually shows you a breakdown up here of what your current plan is, what our plan is, and then what your savings plan is. So I'm going to pull up the savings plan. This is a simple compound calculator is what it is. It's going to take the deposit of that $2,560 that we talked about, and then we're going to take that 19.25 years, which was the difference. So if I put 19.25 years times 12 months in a year, that is 231 months. So we're going to take this compound calculator and we are going to take the 2560, we're going to deposit it for 231 months, and we're going to end up with just over $1 million. Okay, so as you can see, month one, we have a deposit of that 2560. We earned a little interest, and then we go on to month two. So like I said, this is a compound interest. We're going to take this down to 231 months. Okay, so we've taken this down. Here's month number 231, which I said is 19.25 years. So what I want to draw your attention to here is the amount of savings that you would have after that 19.25 years. You'd have just over $1 million, and that is on month 231. So I'm going to, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to actually punch that amount into our calculator here. I'm going to show you here what it cost you for waiting. 37.84.58 equals, so a difference of $67.11.43, $6,711.43. That is the difference between these 2 months. So like I said, what I wanted to talk about was exactly what it cost you for waiting. So I know a lot of people are going to look at this and they're going to think, well, this all sounds good, but I want to think about this, or I want to wait to start. So if we divide this number by 30 days in a month, we come up with $223.71. So every day that you think about this and you think about getting started and you don't start, it costs you $223. If you take that times 7, it's going to cost you $1,566 a week, every week, that you don't get started on this. Don't waste time. Get started today. Thank you for your time and listening.